Imagine this, it's 9 a.m., and you've just settled into your chair, coffee in hand, preparing for yet another corporate meeting. You know the drill, the endless PowerPoint slides, the awkward pauses, and the desperate glances at the clock. Sound familiar? Welcome to the chaotic world of corporate meetings, where time stands still, and productivity goes to die. In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the hilarity of office gatherings that should have been an email. Let's start by meeting the overly prepared presenter. You know the person who has meticulously crafted a presentation with enough slides to fill an entire library. As they click through slide after slide, you can practically hear the collective sighs of the room. Graphs, charts, and bullet points fly by, while everyone struggles to stay awake. The overly prepared presenter seems oblivious, caught up in their own world of data and statistics. And when they finally ask any questions, the room falls into an awkward silence, and all you can think is, please, just let it end. Then there's the meeting dodger, that one colleague who seems to have a sixth sense for avoiding responsibility. Just as the meeting starts, they excuse themselves for an urgent call or a quick chat that lasts far too long. You can almost hear their internal monologue, "I'll just check my email for the next hour." Meanwhile, their absence goes unnoticed, and you can't help but wonder if they'll even bother to catch up on what they missed. It's a strategic escape, and honestly, who can blame them? But the real showstopper? The idea stealer. This character is notorious for swooping in and claiming credit for others' contributions. You watch in disbelief as they take your brilliant idea, repackage it with a snappy buzzword or two, and present it as their own. The room nods along, completely unaware of the intellectual theft occurring right before their eyes. When they conclude with, "Great team effort, everyone," you can't help but roll your eyes and wonder how they've managed to pull it off yet again. As the meeting drags on, you can feel the energy in the room plummeting. You glance around and see fellow colleagues zoning out, scrolling through their phones, or even doodling. The struggle is real. It's a shared experience. Everyone is mentally checked out, yet no one wants to be the one to suggest ending the meeting early. Instead, you collectively endure, silently hoping for a miracle. Then comes the dreaded moment when someone asks, "Can we go around the room for updates?" Cue the panic. You know you're next, but all you can think about is how you'll possibly summarize your work without putting everyone to sleep. You take a deep breath and muster the courage to speak, only to be interrupted mid-sentence by someone chiming in with a great point, and completely derailing your train of thought. It's a classic corporate maneuver, how to sound important while robbing others of their moments to shine. But don't forget about the technical difficulties. Just when you think things couldn't get worse, the presentation suddenly freezes, or the sound cuts out. The overly prepared presenter frantically clicks buttons, trying to salvage their show, while you sit back and chuckle at the irony. After all, nothing says professionalism like a meeting that turns into a tech support session. As we wrap up this absurd journey through the corporate meeting struggle, let's take a moment to reflect on the true value of these gatherings. Are they truly necessary, or are they simply an elaborate charade that distracts from real work? Next time you find yourself in a meeting, remember that it's okay to call out the absurdity. And if you're the one leading the meeting, maybe it's time to rethink that 30-slide PowerPoint. Thanks for joining us on this hilarious exploration of corporate meetings. If you've ever experienced the frustration, the humor, or the sheer absurdity of these office gatherings, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more relatable workplace content. Share your own meeting horror stories in the comments below. What's the craziest thing you've ever witnessed in a corporate meeting? Let's keep the conversation going.